Welcome to the WNBA on NBC. I am joined by the Terrika Foster-Brasby, the ultimate Leo, similar to myself. Queens, what does the rest of your shirt say?
Born in August, yes. August 17th, Queen here. August 19th, Queen here. This show is just full of Leo energy.
Yes, and so we understand why we may get on y'all nerves sometimes, but guess what? We don't care. And in all honesty, Leo celebrate the entire month, so you're lucky we haven't laid it on thick before now. But anyway.
Seriously.
Terrika, I'm so glad to have you back because you haven't been with us, friend. You have been everywhere working, covering this amazing league. And we are at the point of the season where you're talking about, awards, which we're not going to do today, but we're also talking about the playoff picture.
Yes.
And, sometimes we don't know if a team is going to get in, and things can still change. But what I will say right now is that I think our top 8 are solidified, but where they're going to land is not, right? And so some teams are peaking right now, and one of those teams is the Indiana Fever. It's in their name. They are hot, hot, hot right now, Terrika. And
absolutely.
That 3-headed monster over there, they're so good. They're so good. And they're just winning right now. They are beating the teams that they need to. They are securing the tiebreakers that they need to. And they have moved into 4th place. But I think what's really interesting about them is they now have the same number of losses as the Las Vegas Aces. So both teams are playing tonight, not against each other, but they're playing tonight. The Fever do own the tiebreaker over the Las Vegas Aces. And so the Fever actually are going to play earlier than the Aces. So when the Fever play, if they win, they would overtake the Aces in the standings. But if the Aces win, the Aces will go right back to 3. But the point is, and we don't know what's going to happen, but in theory, if both teams were to win out the season right now, from here on out, the Fever would overtake the Aces in the standing based on the head-to-head tiebreaker, the head-to-head tiebreaker. So they have put themselves in a really, really great position. They also won over the weekend versus the Dream and blocked the Dream from having a tiebreaker over them, which was huge. So they're surging right now, Terrika.
Yeah, and it is definitely, you mentioned the 3-headed monster, but I'm even going to cut it a little shorter and talk about the dynamic duo between Caitlin and Kelsey. Over the month of August, they're combining for 51 points a game. They are not joking out here with anyone. And I think that should make a lot of teams very scared because we saw an Indiana Fever team take the Las Vegas Aces to the wire in a postseason game in 2025 without their star. To now have that back, to now be able to surge at the right time, Nat, a lot of these teams have their moments, but it really is all about when you start to peak when it comes to the postseason, and peaking at the right time is what will propel a lot of teams. We saw it in 2021 with the Chicago Sky. They got hot at the right time and it took them all the way to a championship. We saw it last year with the Las Vegas Aces. They got hot at the right time and didn't lose. So this is there is a precedent that has been set for this Indiana Fever team, and they're taking full advantage of it at this moment.
Yeah, well, look, they're very potent, as we can see here. And, you mentioned Caitlin and Kelsey Mitchell, and I have to give a shout out to Aaliyah Boston, shooting 40%, over 40% from 3 as your big. Right? But Caitlin right now is just been sensational. She's getting all these double-doubles, which are double-doubles with points and assists. I want to be clear about that. Not that any double-double isn't impressive, but she's just tallying up assists, setting up her teammates. And Kelsey Mitchell, what is it, a 19-game streak of 20-point games? Is that what she's up to right now? She's already beaten Asia Wilson's single-season record. What more can you say as a guard? She's averaging, this is just, on the season, but she's averaging 24.2 points per game.
Yeah, truly balling. I think the only thing that Stephanie White wants her group to just continue to do is to get better defensively. Like that may be the one Achilles heel that this Fever team has going into the postseason. And so you want to shore that up. Don't quote me, but I think they're like in the bottom 4 of like points allowed or something like that, or top 4 in points allowed. So they've just got to get better defensively. And that is the one thing, they say defense wins championships, but it is some truth to that. Like you have to be able to defend at a high level the deeper you get into the postseason. But from an offensive standpoint, this team is elite. They're continuing to play better. There is a reason that Kelsey Mitchell is in the MVP conversation the way that she's played this year. So I would be nervous if I have got to play the Fever in the first round. And shoring up that head-to-head tiebreaker over Atlanta is going to be key, because that is something that first round team is going to have home court advantage. And you want to be that team to have the home court advantage, at least in the first round. So that was an important win.
Right, so they don't
Indiana.
have it, but they blocked Atlanta from having it. So they split that series 2-2.
Right, but what I'm saying is, if I'm not mistaken, if they stay 4th, then they would get
they would get the home court.
Home court advantage. Yeah.
Yep. No, I agree. But I think they have that eye on trying to take that 3 seed from Vegas.
They may. Yeah, for sure.
And I mean, I don't, at this point, I don't even know like what the best matchups are, but like I spoke to Caitlin Clark after that game and I asked her, because she was giving, Atlanta a lot of praise. And she mentioned the fact, like, she's like, look, we're not like watching the standings every night, but they understood the importance of not allowing Atlanta to get that tiebreaker over them. But, she's like, look, all these games between us have been close, and so they understand. And it's just like, while I do think they like match up much better against the Aces, and they've seemed to like in more recent history have had the Aces number, Atlanta still seems to be a very hard matchup for them. And Caitlin attributed that to Atlanta's versatility. And so I think that if Atlanta and the Fever remain in the 4 and the 5, whichever order, I think the team that has home court is going to have the advantage in that series, just because those teams have played each other pretty evenly all season, right? And so we will see. But, it's crazy because it's like the top offense versus one of the top defenses, right? But their offense has been so good, and sometimes I do agree that their defense needs to get better, but sometimes, when your offense is like this, since July 17th, Terrika, I mean, they're averaging more than 100 points per game. Their field goal percentage is over 52%. They're shooting 44% from 3, and their offensive rating is 121.7. That's crazy, Terrika.
It is incredibly crazy. The offensive output has been ridiculous for this team. But at the end of the day, you don't ever want to put yourself in a position where you may run up against another team that is great with creating offensive output, like a Vegas team, like a Minnesota.
Absolutely.
You want to be able to neutralize their offensive weapons. And that is, again, the one small flaw, well, not really small, but that is the one flaw that they have to get over, that bit of a hump as they enter into. Otherwise, I mean, y'all are going to be blowing teams out of the water in terms of scoring. Like, they are going to have to keep up with you. And there aren't too many teams defensively that I think are going to stop all 3 of y'all. Right. We might be able to put a pause on Aaliyah. We might be able to get in front of Caitlin. We might be able to get in front of Kelsey, but we are not able to stop all 3 weapons that you have. And man, if you're a coach, those are the kind of pieces and the kind of risk you be okay with taking. I'm cool if you can stop Caitlin, because you can't stop Kelsey and Aaliyah. It's just not. So there you go.
I agree with you about their defense. I'm a big defense wins championships person. But also, I think that's why I think what Aaliyah brings to this team is often so underrated. Like, her defensive presence, what she's able to do down low, I think, honestly, obviously, she's one of their main stars, but also I think is sometimes what makes her an X factor, which is weird because I don't usually think of a star as an X factor, but she really brings it for them on both ends, offensively and defensively.
Agree.
And it's really important. So
that is also what would make a matchup with them against Atlanta if they remained 4 and 5. Because keep in mind, for those who may not remember, but they changed the rules last year about the best of 3. So it's not not 2-1 anymore. It's 1-1-1. So yeah, they would have home court advantage, but game 1 would be on the 4, and game 2 would be at the 5, and that could be very interesting, especially given that Atlanta plays pretty decently at home. They have an elite rebounding, and that gives them a different advantage. So I think you're right. Indiana wants to slide up to that 3. They don't really want to be in a 4-5 with Atlanta.
I agree.
Sure, where you going?
Yeah,
Subscribe to the WNBA on NBC YouTube channel for more videos like this.
I could never pawn the ball like that.
Oh, you can't?
No, just shoot it.
Oh, it's the jacket.
We have to do it again now.
That's what I'm talking about.
There, Cheryl got it.
Come on now.